G'day, it's Aussie Dollarman here, and in this video, I'm going to take you through WD Gann's 1908 Christmas letter. And for full disclosure, that's not an official historical photograph of WD Gann. I may have photoshopped in the Santa hat. So let's have a look at the letter. You can see at the top, WD Gann broker, 16 Beaver Street, New York, date December 19th, 1908. Now, if you have read some of Gann's other works, you'll know that he discovered a time factor that year on the 8th of August, 1908. So a pretty eventful year for WD Gann. Let's have a look at the letter. He addresses it to Mrs. and Mr. S.H. Gann, Lufkin, Texas. I thought that was interesting that he put Mrs. first. Not that Mrs. shouldn't go first, but at the time in particular, you would have found most letters would have read Mr. and Mrs. So he is putting his mother first, which I think shows some warmth and affection for his mother, which is also reflected in Tunnel Through the Air with Robert Gordon's warm relationship with his mother, Amelia Gordon, compared to his father. Although here and later on, you will see he was very close to his father as well. And where he leads with his mother here, Mrs. and Mr. Gann, down here he opens with my dear father and mother. Christmas greetings. With regrets that I cannot be with you all this year at the dear old home, I send my kindest thoughts and best wishes to all. In reviewing the closing year, while it has been one of the saddest in many ways of my life and many disappointments and annoyances have beset my path, yet in it all I see the wisdom of the mighty master and all-wise hand of him that doeth all things well. And I realize it has in many ways been the best of my life, and I have only a brilliant future in front of me. It's a pretty big opening paragraph there, where Gann talks about many disappointments. Sadly for Mr. Gann, that was the year that he divorced his first wife, Rena Mae Smith. So you can imagine it was a little bit of a year of rocks and diamonds for Gann. He would have always looked back on that year as he discovered the master time factor. However, you can see that his divorce and probably other things as well really did hit him hard. At the end of the day, a lot is said about WD Gann, but above all, he was human. And you can see that here as he expresses his emotions to his family. Let's get back to the letter. For months, I have worked on a great discovery that meant a fortune to us all, and only recently I have completed it, and only today had the final approval by wealthy men who have tried for 30 years to solve the problem of financial success in Wall Street, and I have it complete beyond a doubt and have proved it, and I am sure 1909 will bring to us all the family one of the brightest years of our lives. There are many good things to happen for us all. That's probably that you little dream of, or the wealth you little dream of. But mark my words, before the close of 1909, we will stand as a family, the most prosperous in its history, and many honors will come in 1909, and the family circle will remain unbroken, as the death angel will not visit us in the new year. Let's go to the second half now. It is indeed a happy thought to me that we approach the close of another year with all alive and well, and so far as I know, with perfect love and peace in the family, between all brothers and sisters, and I am sure were it possible at this time for all to meet at home, it would be a meeting of universal harmony and love. I shall hope to be with you all in a few weeks, and next Christmas hope to spend the best Christmas yet with you all at home, for I will be a very wealthy man then, and the rest of you will have no cause to complain as to financial matters. Dear old Dad, the stars are already shedding a halo of sunshine on your horoscope, and fortune, the greatest of your life, will begin early in the spring of 1909, and you will grow very wealthy in the next few years. Interesting choice of words there, shedding a halo of sunshine on your horoscope. I know those of you who have studied astrology, probably a few things ticking off in your head there, but also sunshine is a key word used in Tunnel Through the Air as well. Now, a lot of people think that Gann coded things in this letter to his family, as well as some of the advertisements that he put out over the years as well. I can't say for sure one way or another, but I do question whether Gann would have been sharing this information and knowledge directly with his family. I know your days of hard work is about over, and you will see I am right. To you, Mother, Neptune, the god of water and long journeys, is ruling, and within the next 2 years, you are to be very prosperous. And with Saturn, the earthy planet, good, you will gain some wealth from the earth and take a long journey, and I judge be on the big waters or go on them for a short journey. I'm quite sure you will see New York City. I would like to have the date of birth of all the brothers and sisters with the hour of birth as near right as possible to get it. With the kindest wishes and great love to you all, I am your loving son, WD Gann. I think that's a lovely letter. I found it interesting that Gann referenced a lot of astrology in there. If you look at Gann's published works, for the most part, they don't mention astrology, or if it is, it's a very quick or passing reference. There is one reference in the Truth of the Stock tape, plenty in the Tunnel Through the Air, but outside of the Tunnel Through the Air, there's not a lot of mentions of it, and people speculate that that's because astrology was frowned upon back then, but here is Gann in a letter to his family speaking about it quite openly. So it's clearly something that they have discussed previously. Asking for the date of birth of all the brothers and sisters with the hour of birth as near right as possible means that Gann intended to put together some natal charts and do some forecasting for the year ahead for all of his family members. So that's WD Gann's 1908 Christmas letter. The reason I brought it up is that in last week's episode of Aussie Dollar Insights, I did reference it, and I thought I'd put it up there for those who haven't seen it. I think it gives a good insight into who Gann was as a man, and I think it helps to paint him as a kind person who wanted to do good things for the people around him. And my belief is that Gann's writings, when you read all of his books and courses, they come from the point of view of someone who is genuinely trying to help people to succeed in this trading journey. That's all for this video. I wish you all the best on your trading journey, wherever you're at the moment. If you're interested in learning more about WD Gann or the FX markets, click on the subscribe button and follow the channel. I post a couple of times a week. And in the spirit of Gann, try to make them as helpful as possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.